Hello to all inventors and researchers around the world. I am Dr. Mahmoud Galal Yehia, an Egyptian inventor and researcher, and I would like to talk today about how to make your first invention or research. Have you ever dreamed of creating something new and original that can solve a problem, improve a situation, or advance knowledge? If so, you might be interested in becoming an inventor or a researcher. Inventing and researching are forms of innovation and they can bring benefits to yourself and others. However, they also require a lot of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. Let us clarify the difference between them. Invention is the process of creating a new product or process that has not existed before or that improves upon an existing one. Research is the process of discovering new facts or knowledge that has not been known before, or that expands or clarifies an existing one. Invention and research are closely related and often overlap, as they both involve creativity, problem solving, and experimentation. But what are the differences? Invention usually focuses on practical or commercial outcomes, such as meeting a market demand or satisfying a customer need, and it typically requires more technical skills, such as engineering, design, or programming. Invention often involves more trial and error, prototyping, and testing, while research usually focuses on academic or scientific outcomes, such as advancing a field of study or publishing a paper, and they typically require more analytical skills, such as literature review, data collection, or statistical analysis. Research often involves more planning, methodology, and evaluation, but in some cases they are both connected, as research may lead to inventions. One of the examples, the invention of the light bulb by Thomas Edison, was based on years of scientific research on electricity and lighting. Now let us explore how to make your first invention or research. The first step, or the starting point and motivation for your invention or research, is to find a problem or a question that interests you and worth solving or answering from various sources, such as your own experience, observation, or passion. You can also look for inspiration in existing products, processes, or knowledge, and see if you can improve or modify them. For example, you might notice that your smartphone battery drains too quickly and wonder if you can invent a better way to charge it. Or you might read about the effects of climate change and wonder if you can research the causes and solution for it. The second step, where you gather and analyze relevant information and data and generate and evaluate some ideas or hypotheses. By doing some background research using sources such as books, journals, websites, experts, or surveys, and brainstorm some possible solutions or answers using techniques such as mind mapping, sketching, or listing. For example, you might research the existing methods and technologies of smartphone charging and brainstorm some alternatives such as wireless, solar, or kinetic charging. In addition, you might research the existing theories and evidence of climate change and brainstorm some variables such as greenhouse gases or temperature. The third step, where you decide on the direction and the scope of your invention or research and outline the steps and resources that you need to execute it, by choosing the best solution or answer using criteria such as feasibility, originality, or impact. Then developing a plan or a proposal using tools such as diagrams, charts, or tables. For example, you might choose wireless charging as your solution and develop a plan that includes the material, tools, and procedures that you need to build a prototype, Or you might choose greenhouse gases as your variable and develop a proposal that includes the research question, objectives, methods, and expected results. The fourth step, where you put your invention or research into action and collect and analyze the results or outcomes by implementing your plan or proposal using skills such as design, programming, or writing. Then testing your solution or answer using methods such as experiments, simulation, or observations. For example, you might build a prototype of a wireless charger and test its performance, efficiency, and safety. Or you might conduct an experiment to measure the effect of greenhouse gases on temperature. The fifth step, where you reflect on and refine your invention or research and share it with others. By evaluating and improving your solution or answer using feedback such as self-assessment, peer review, or expert opinion. Then communicating your findings or implications using formats such as reports, presentations, or publications. For example, you might evaluate and improve your wireless charger by comparing it with other chargers, identifying its strengths and weaknesses, and making some modifications or enhancements. Or you might communicate your findings and implications by writing a report that summarizes your research question, objectives, methods, results, and conclusions, and discuss the limitations and implications of your research. Making your first invention or research can be challenging and demanding. Some of the challenges and opportunities that you might encounter are: for the problem step number 1, the challenges that you might face are competition, duplication, or saturation in your field or market. However, this can also be an opportunity, as you might find gaps, niches, or trends that can inspire you to create something new and valuable. For the background step number 2, the challenges are constraints, uncertainties, or trade-offs in your process or product. The opportunity are you might find resources, partners, or mentors that can support you and enhance your process or product. For the solution step number 3, the challenges are difficulties, risks, or changes in your plan or proposal. The opportunities are you might find opportunities, alternatives, or improvements that can optimize your plan or proposal. For the implementation step number 4, the challenges are errors, failures, or biases in your implementation or testing. The opportunities are you might find solutions, learning, or insights that can advance your implementation or testing. For the evaluation step number 5, the challenges are you might face criticism, rejection, or plagiarism in your evaluation, improvement, or communication. The opportunities are you might find feedback, recognition, or protection that can benefit your evaluation, improvement, or communication. Inventors and researchers need to protect their invention or research from plagiarism or theft. There are different ways to do this, depending on the type and stage of your invention or research. The first way is to apply for a patent. This prevents others from copying or modifying or selling the invention without the inventor's consent. But some inventions or research may not meet the criteria for patentability, such as being novel, useful, and non-obvious. Then it is better suited for other forms of intellectual property protection, such as trade secrets or copyrights. When sharing ideas with others, like investors or collaborators, use non-disclosure agreement to prevent them from disclosing or using the invention or research without the inventor's or researcher's permission. Finally, in order to avoid plagiarism in your research, which means giving proper credit to the original sources of used in the research, This can be done by paraphrasing or quoting from the sources, citing the sources in the reference list, and using a plagiarism checker before submitting the research. Plagiarism is not only unethical but also illegal, and it can result in serious consequences such as losing credibility, reputation, or opportunities, or facing legal action from the original authors or owners of the sources. Examples of successful young inventors and researchers: the Harvard student Mark Zuckerberg in February 4th, 2004 launched Facebook at the age of 19, which has now 3 billion active users, and it has made Zuckerberg a rich man with a net worth of 119 billion US dollar. Also at the age of 14, Kenneth invented the SafeWander, a pressure sensor worn in a sock to alert a caregiver that their Alzheimer's patient got out of bed. This sensor connected to wireless monitoring system and mobile app. Kenneth received US patent for his invention in 2014 and won Google Science Fair and Health Hero Award. Moreover, established his own company in New York City to sell his invented products. Another example, Katia and her classmates invented a wearable device for diabetics called Heart and Soul that measures blood flow and oxygen level in their feet to gauge the progression of neuropathy. They received US patent for their invention in 2022 with the support from Microsoft Make What's Next patent program. That's all for today, and thank you for your time.